Hi everybody, this is Judy Tuttle from Tuttle Up Stamping. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Lincoln, Nebraska, and I'm so excited to be with you tonight. I hope that you guys can jump on and watch me. I have a new fun fold card to show you tonight that I had never made before. I received this card like this in a swap this summer, and I thought, I've got to learn how to do that. So I'm really excited to show you my accordion fun fold card tonight. Hi, Becky Tegler. Thanks for watching. As people are jumping on, I am going to make sure my computer is all set and ready to go here so that I can see your comments and converse with you as I'm doing this tonight. I hope that you're all doing well. I'm doing great. I had a great weekend. I had my bingo night on Friday night, and I ended up merging my Zoomers with my in-person because I didn't have enough people sign up for Zoom. So sad, right? To be able to do a single Zoom session. So I merged them with my in-person people on Friday night, and it was so much fun. I just loved every minute of it, and we just laughed and sang and danced and acted silly, and yay Jenny for cleaning your table. Jenny is my stamping friend, and I went over to her house last night to pick something up, and I gave her a little bit of a hard time about her craft room, but it's, the truth is, you guys see the best shot of my craft room here, but there are a lot of spaces that could use some help. So maybe I need to do that, Jenny, after I finish my Facebook Live tonight, right? Like, we could all really clean up our craft spaces. So, there are studies out there that say people are more creative when they're in a cleaner space. When your space is all jumbled up and stuff is everywhere and you can't find things and you get frustrated, that's no fun. So, all right. So, couple things I need to talk to you about that are really important, okay? And then I will get on to stamping. The first one is my Eden's Garden online class tomorrow night right here on Tuttle Up Stamping. It's a special group that I'm going to be filming through. It's absolutely free. You guys, there's no requirement to pay to come and watch me stamp. If you would like a kit after I'm done, I'm asking that you put in a $35 order, and I'll send you all the stuff you need to make the beautiful cards I have designed for tomorrow night. There is a group that you need to join to be a part of this free online class, okay? So it'll be in my newsletter tomorrow. If you go to my events over there, maybe on my Facebook wall, you will see the Eden's Garden online class, okay? You have to join that group because that is where I will be videotaping this class, okay? It's tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, and I would love for you all to come and join me. What do you got to lose, right? I'm just going to give you a little quick sneak peek. Are you ready? Whoop, 1. Oops, it goes this way. 2, 3, and 4. Beautiful cards that you're going to love. And you might just enjoy watching me make them and use them with stuff that you already have at home. So, if you would like to be a part of that free online class tomorrow, please go to my events or click on the link in my newsletter. If you would like to be a part of my newsletter, PM me and we will get you added to my newsletter, okay? All right, the next thing is my next holiday card class is on November the 20th, right here at my house. Which way am I going here? There we go. November the 20th at 10 a.m., or you can get it to go as well. I will be using the beautiful Merriest Moments bundle. Let me see if I can find that real quickly. It is a hybrid bundle, which means the dies and the embossing folders go together to make beautifully die cut and embossed cards. Let me see if I can find that real quick so I can show you. I should have bookmarked that. It is beautiful, a beautiful suite. It's going to be fun, fun, fun to put together. And, oh, here we go, right here. Look at this. This is the cards like we will be making. So these are all have die cuts to go with them. But there is an embossing folder that also works as a die cutter too. It's so awesome. So we are going to make 12 cards, 3 each of 4 designs on November the 20th. The cost of that class is $30. So cheap, right? For 12 cards, are you kidding me? Or you can get the class free for a $35 order. You can also get this class to go, all right? Which means I'll send you the kit, the PDF, everything you need. You will need to have your own stamp set. So will be a link on an event that is coming up soon. It might already be there. I can't remember. I get lost in everything I'm doing. If not, I'll make sure you can find the link to sign up for my next holiday card class. They're so much fun. All right. So those are the 2 biggie things. I'm having a kit class on November the 23rd. That is a night that you can Zoom in with me and just work on your kits. I have some kits available. I have a Love Santa kit that is now already sold out. We knew that was going to happen, right? It's the tags for Christmas. I have a couple of those kits. I have a Christmas Whimsy kit. But the big deal is the Gifts Galore snowman boxes that are going to be in the next paper pumpkin, but you've got to order it by November the 10th. So if you want a Gifts Galore paper pumpkin, let me know. There'll be more about that that kit night in the next couple of weeks. Okay. All right. I know we're having a sale too. Stampin' Up! Is having a sale. They're not giving us any information. I think it might be next week, sometime before Thanksgiving. I don't know anything about the sale. I don't know if it's a great sale or just a little bit of a sale. I wish I could give you more information about that, but I don't know much yet. Hi, Sue. Thanks for joining me. All right. So here we go. I'm going to pull the camera down. Okay. Let's see, let's get close here, as close as I can get, without making you guys super, super crazy, okay? All right, so I received a card in a swap over, in the summertime. We had a swap in a group that I was in. Okay, I want to make sure I really get this centered so that you are really seeing what I want you to see. All right, here we go. I'm going to go a little further back. Hopefully that is good for you right there. All right, so, and it was a very interesting fold, and I had never seen it before. So here's the card that I received. I received this card from Suzanne Taylor. And I don't know anything about Suzanne other than she is the Sue Sisters is the name of her group. But this is one of the swap cards that I got. Anytime I get an interesting fold in a swap card, I have to kind of figure out. So obviously she used the Peaceful Deer punch and stamp set, right? Isn't that cute? I really love how this can kind of sit up on somebody's table. I really love cards that are easy to display and show off, right? So this is the card she sent me. I loved it, and I thought, I'm going to figure out how to make that card. So I did, I think. So I'm going to grab all my stuffs here. There's a lot of pieces, but it's really not too hard to put together. Okay, we are going to start with, I need to go grab my paper trimmer here. Okay, here we go. We're going to start with a piece of cardstock that is 5.5 by 9 3/4. 5.5 by 9 3/4, okay? Make sure you're using your scoring tool and not your cutting tool. How many of you have made that mistake before? I might have 1 or 2 times at least. Okay, so I'm going to put this in, and I'm going to score it 3 times at 1 3/8 inches. So 1 3/8 is halfway between 1 1/4 and 1 1/2. So right there is 1 3/8, and I'm going to score that. Okay, 1 3/8 plus 1 3/8 is 2 3/4. So I'm gonna score that right there. Okay, I did all the math in my head. Then we're gonna add another 1 3/8. So we're 1 3/8 is gonna put me at 4 1/8. And then the next 1 3/8 should put me at 5 1/2. Let me, 5 1/2 is right there on that line. Okay. So what I'm left with right here is a panel that is 4 1/4. I hope. Let me see. 4 1/4. Please, please, please. Yep, it's perfect. All right. So I'm going to put that aside for just a second, and I'm going to fold this in accordion style. So I'm going to fold it in. It's best to use a bone folder with this. And then back. And then back in. And then back again. Okay? So we kind of have, here, this is why it's called an accordion. Hi. Hi, Jeannie. How are you? Okay. So there's my accordion fold right there. Okay? All right. Now, I am going to pull out some paper. So the paper I'm using on this card comes from the Beauty of the Earth suite. And look at this, you guys. If there was any time of year to use this paper, it would be now. Definitely fall colors, right? Fall, fall, fall. Look at that. Beautiful blues and greens. And I think I see some crushed curry and some Cajun craze in there, right? This has some blackberry bliss in it, I think, right? Beautiful, beautiful papers for this time of year, for sure. But on the back side of these papers, let me flip this over, are these blues right here. And these are the blues that I'm going to use. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That says winter, right? It says winter to me. So I am using these 2 papers in my card tonight, okay? So I have cut, I'm going to put that aside. I have cut 4 panels of shimmery white. Now, I don't know what it is. Last winter, when I was making Christmas cards, I was using shimmery white. I'm excited you get to watch me too, Jeannie. That doesn't always happen, does it? Last winter, I used shimmery white so much I was just ordering it all the time. It's a little more expensive than basic white, but it's got a little shimmer to it, okay? So I cut this at 1 1/4. So I cut 4 of them, and on each of these panels right here, I'm going to put on it a white panel. It's just going to leave a tiny little blue edge all the way around. So very quickly, I'm going to add these panels, each of them, to one of my accordion folds here. Jeannie is my friend that I met in Michigan last summer. We were at a leadership conference that Rhonda Wade put on in Lansing, Michigan, and we became fast friends. And we have talked every single day of our lives since, haven't we, Jeannie? I don't think we've missed a day yet. We've kind of become accountability partners, helping each other with our businesses, because the next Stampin' Up! Incentive trip is to the Baltic Sea, and we both really, really want to go on that trip. Okay, so I'm putting each of these panels right here on, I should have one more. Why am I missing one? Oh my gosh, this happens to me every single class, doesn't it? It's meant to be. God says, Judy, you are not quite perfect yet. Okay, so I'm going to cut another one here. I'll use this piece. And it was 1 1/4. All right, there we go. Why did I only have 3? I don't know. We're going to put another one right here, okay? All right, there we go. And the really cool thing about Jeannie and I's friendship is that some days she's more positive and some days I'm more positive. So we feed off of each other and just try to be a positive light in each other's lives. And there's some days you're just not feeling it, right? But we've been very good about helping each other out with that. Okay, so each of these panels, isn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh, I love the blues in this paper. It is yes, thank you. 1 1/4 by 5 1/4. Yep. Might be, honestly, Magdalena, I hope I'm saying that right. Welcome tonight. It might be a little bit more than 1 1/4, like 1 3/8. Honestly, the length of these DSP panels. I'm sorry, the white panels would be more like 1 1/4 by 5 3/8. I'll put all the measurements in the description when I'm done. So, and then here's the last one. It looks like I cut that white a little bit short, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to go ahead and add this panel because I just want to finish it. So I will make sure I put all the measurements in the description when I'm done. Okay. This one's going to be kind of hidden anyway, so it's going to be okay. All right, so there's our start, okay? The next thing I have here is I have a panel. This is 4 1/2 by 3, and I scored it at 2 1/4, okay? This is going to go on this like this. So that's important to remember that the fold is on the opposite side of where we want to, so it's kind of backwards is what I'm saying. All right, so on the front panel, this now that I've scored it, so let's go back. 3 inches by 4 1/2, and I scored it at 2 1/4. This piece is 2 inches by 3, I'm sorry, 2 inches by 2 3/4, I think. Let's go back. Let's just look at it. I wasn't prepared to give you, so 2 inches by 2 7/8 inches. That's what that is. So a little short of 3. I'm going to put each of those right here. And then the other one is going to go on this other side. Nope, not yet. I lied. All right. Then this is that other sheet of blue that is in the Beauty of the Earth. And I'm going to just attach that here to the top of this white. And it is cut 2 3/4 by 1 7/8. Okay, 2 3/4 by 1 7/8. That one's going to go right there. Now, I thought it would be fun if this panel, we're going to go ahead and adhere those together. But to give it a little texture, I am going to run this through with the Wintry 3D embossing folder. Might be my favorite embossing folder of the year. And let me get some things out of the way here that I no longer need up here. Not having luck, you guys. I don't know how this happens to me. All right. I'm not finding the Wintry 3D embossing folder, which I set out just for this project. So we are just going to go ahead and put this panel on. I thought it would be fun to run it through that embossing folder. We're just going to leave it plain for now. We might add a little something to it here in a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to set those two things aside. This white panel, hi Alice. This white panel, thanks for coming to watch, is 4 by 5 1/4. And one of the really cool elements on this die set, so I'm using the Merry Snowflakes bundle. Oh my gosh, I love snowflakes. So here's some fun snowflakes. I've already cut out some of them, but this is a panel that I'm going to lay across the bottom here, and it's just going to emboss snowflakes into the bottom edge of this card. So let me grab my die cutting machine here, and here we go. I've got my magnetic platform. This is from the old die cutting machine that we had. I still like to use my magnetic platform. How about y'all out there? It just really is nice to hold things in place. Okay, and I'm going to run this through just along that bottom edge. Okay. And look, it just embosses those snowflakes across the bottom edge. Isn't that awesome? I love that about this die set. So many fun things. Okay, so I'm going to put that away. And then I'm going to stamp everything in Night of Navy. So this is Misty Moonlight. And then I used shimmery white and then the Beauty of the Earth paper there. And I'm going to stamp, may your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. And I'm going to stamp it right in the center, but a little more to the right than to the left. Okay, there we go. Now, this is going to go on the inside here of the card. And you know, it looks like this is lighter, but those words on the end, merry and bright and Christmas be white, are bolder, okay? It is beautiful, isn't it, Madeline? I know. I love this die set. It is one of those hidden gems, I think, in the holiday catalog. All right. So this is going to go right. Let me fold that tape in. It's going to go right there. So this is where we're at so far. Okay. Now, keeping in mind that the fold is going to go this way. Okay. Like this. And I know you're worried. You're like, Judy, the words are going to show. But wait, we're going to take care of that. All right. So I have a whole bunch here of those snowflakes. I've cut out every snowflake that is in the set. So look at all these fun snowflakes you get. Some of them are just embossed in the outside edge. Some of them are cut out more like snowflakes. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? I just love that. Okay, so on the front right here, I'm going to put these two kind of attached to each other like that. And then I'm going to snuggle in another little one kind of like that. And I'm going to put some ribbon on one end. Okay, so I am going to add just a little bit of liquid glue here to the center of this. there's a little piece there I need to get out. All right. So one of my favorite things to do is take designs I see and make them my own, using my own ideas for the design. All right. So this one is going to go right here. All right. So I'm going to add some liquid glue to the back of that and put it right there. Isn't that pretty already? And you can kind of lift these little snowflake petals up to give it a little dimension too. All right. And then I'm going to snuggle in another little snowflake, maybe right there. I could even do another one if I wanted. Let's see. What do you think? Maybe one that's not so solid, like maybe like that. I like that. Okay, so this one, let's do it. Something about liquid glue and Facebook Lives. It doesn't always want to cooperate with you when you're on Facebook. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of tuck that one under right there. And then this other one is going to kind of go right over here. Okay. All right. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so we're going to flip this over real quick, and I'm going to put, here we go, my silicone mat underneath this because, you know, that liquid glue kind of wants to be weird sometimes. All right, right here. And then let's put a few more of these on the back of this right here. So let's do it like that. And like that. And maybe like that. Okay. So these were super easy to cut out of silver foil. That's what I used. But if you had other glimmer paper, if you still had some of that bedazzling paper from Celebration, that would have been fun too. And then here is another snowflake. All right. Okay. I'm going to go right there. I'm going to get that excess. Okay. There we go. What do you guys think? You know what would be pretty with this is some rhinestones too. We might have to add a few rhinestones to it to look like snow is coming from the sky, right? Ice, a little icy look to it, maybe in the centers of some of these snowflakes. All right, so what I'm gonna do is take this piece and decide where I want it right here on my card. So I think I'm gonna want it about right there. Okay, so you see these words are popping out over here, but we're not gonna worry about that because I've got a plan for that, okay? So I'm gonna decide where I want it. I've decided it's about right there. And here's the deal. You're gonna open up the small panel and you're gonna put adhesive on the inside right here along that edge, okay? And make sure it's not going over the edge. So the nice thing about this Seal Plus is that you can kind of roll it like that, okay? And then I'm gonna press this down right on top of that panel, right like that. Press it on. Okay, and then I'm gonna fold the whole accordion on top of it. And then this piece is gonna flip over like that. Okay, so now I'm going to put adhesive right here on this far edge and I'm going to flip it over, press that down, and that is going to create our card. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. It's so pretty. Look. Okay, now we need to add a sentiment to this, don't we? So I have cut a 3/4 inch by way more than I need. I think it ends up being 3/4 of an inch by like 4 inches, but we're not going to need that much. And I've got Merry Everything that is going to go right here on this panel, okay? And again, I'm going to do that in Night of Navy. Merry Everything. Thank you, everyone, for coming to watch. I love that you take the time to see what I'm up to. Okay, now I'm going to cut this end off right here, pretty close to it, and then I'm going to use our double tag punch here, and I'm going to slip this in. I kind of liked the ornate look of that tag more than just like a banner tag or whatever. So I'm going to flip this upside down, and I like to flip it so the words, okay, I like to flip it upside down and so the words are towards me, because I want to be careful, right, not to cut off the words. And you know what? I might cut that once again just a little bit closer even to that Merry Everything. So I'm going to stick it in, I'm going to center it, and I'm going to punch. There we go. How about that? Now I'm going to have this going on right here on the top of our panel. And do you see how you can't see those words underneath anymore? Because I'm hiding them, all right? Okay, and I think this end here needs to be shimmied off just a little bit as well so that it's perfect. All right, so I'm gonna take some just plain old Stampin' Seal Plus right here. Okay, I'm going to adhere it right here over the top of those snowflakes, just like that. And I do think I would like to get some rhinestones. So I'm going to come over here to my little trusty rhinestone package. Rhinestone, here we go. And I'm going to grab some rhinestones. Are you guys liking this? I do love it. So let me grab my take your pick tool here. And I love to use the putty end. And I'm just going to grab a few rhinestones. I think they need it, don't you? And just scatter some on. Give a little bling to my snowflakes. Add a little bling to my card. And there you go. There's the finished product. What do you guys think about that? I thought about maybe adding some cording, but I don't know if it needs it. Do you guys think? Might be a little too much. You should probably just let the snowflakes speak for themselves. I think it's going to take away from the snowflakes if I try to add any ribbon to it. So I don't want to do that. I'm glad you love it. Thank you. And so the nice thing about these accordion cards, right, is that they can set them up on their desk. Look at this. Okay, so I have one more card I made last night I want to show you using this same system. Thank you for your hearts and your love. I really appreciate that. Okay, so let me show you the other card I made. La la la, la 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 la. Here we go. I used the leaf dies, the Gorgeous Leaves. So I used the Gorgeous Leaves dies and the Gorgeous Leaves stamp set as well. And this is the one that I made using the same designer series paper, Beauty of the Earth, right? but it has more of a Thanksgiving feel to it. Isn't that pretty? It says grateful. I took this from the Seasonal Swirls stamp set, and then this is from the Pumpkin stamp set. Because look, some bright person thought it was a great idea for the Gorgeous Leaves not to have any sentiments in it at all. They do, don't they, make beautiful cards? And so this will make a great card for Thanksgiving. And I just, again, love how it sits up like that. And then here again is the card that Suzanne Taylor made that I got in my swap using the deer, Peaceful Deer paper. That was celebration paper, and the deer stamps and punches as well. I know, right? Like I don't know. They're forcing you to have to buy another stamp set that has sentiments. They wanted you to buy the pumpkins and the leaves, I guess. So I'm going to pull the camera up here. Thank you guys again and again. You're always so faithful to come and watch me every Monday night. And I am so happy to have you here with me. I will be back next Monday night. Tomorrow night, though, is my Eden's Garden free online class. It'll be on my Tuttle Up stamping page, which is right here, but you have to go to the event. So if you click over, I don't know which side it is. I'm going to see. If you click over here, I'm pretty sure it's on this side, and click on events, you will see my Eden Garden free online class. That's tomorrow night. I'm hoping it'll take about an hour. It might take a little bit more, but I've got those 4 beautiful cards to show you tomorrow night. No obligation at all, but I hope you love them. And you want to be a part of getting a kit. So God bless. So glad you were here with me tonight, and have a wonderful week. Bless other people with your creativity. That's what it's all about. So see ya. Bye-bye.